Hello again. WorldEX is back for another season of sim racing. I'm Dave Richardson, and I'm proud to bring you all the action from the unique sim racing community also this year. A lot has happened since the Season 7 Super Final at the famous Nürburgring Nordschleife in December. Racing for the Climate has planted 110 trees on behalf of the last season's competitors. This will help to absorb more than 1 ton of CO2 per year. The non-profit organization will continue to plant 1 tree per event and competitor. And we've got a new car. It's still the EX0 and looks the same from the outside, but it has a state-of-the-art ABS system and revised aerodynamics that make the car much more consistent to drive and the racing even better. We have new community members. We welcome Callum Cripps, Bert Nobbs, Patrick Winsenick, Rune Bobers, and an iconic name, Brabham Motorsport, has joined the grid as a team. Rocket Simsport has doubled up. Defending champion Devin Browner now has a teammate. We will have to get used to seeing 2 of those white, yellow and black cars battling for race wins. There are also some very cool new liveries, such as the T17 E-Speed created by our good friend Chris Overend, or the BS Powersports fleet, inspired by iconic Porsche race car designs from the past. Nicholas Hillebrand has changed colours as well, and is now racing a bold green car in the name of his grandfather, Hans-Günther Springhob. Jennifer Shamey has joined the series full-time and formed her own team. For those who don't know, she lives with Devin Browner and has her sim in the same room, so expect her to be pretty fast. There are 20 entries for Season 8, but new drivers can join at any time during the year. A minimum of 3 races is required to qualify for the Super Final, which will decide the championship title on the 4th of November. The final will not be held at the Nordschleife, as in previous years, but at another classic track, Daytona. This is a perfect link to Mike Rockenfeller, who just finished the Rolex 24 on the GTD class podium and was a guest on the WorldEX Biz Talk before qualifying. He announced that he'll be racing in WorldEX again this year as often as time allows, which is great news for all of us. But now it's time to race. Well, let's have a look at qualifying first. Devin Browner dominated the pre-season testing and continues to be the driver to beat. According to the WorldEX community, not even Max Verstappen would be able to match his pace. Browner secured pole position for the feature race by a wide margin. Only kart racer Jarno Wiese came within 0.4 of a second. Interestingly, Browner was almost 6 seconds faster than last year's GTP pole at Watkins Glen, proving once again the incredible performance and speed of the all-electric EX0. The sprint race, with its reverse starting grid for the top 8, was once again full of action. Bodo Kraling started from pole position, but had to relinquish the lead to Devin Browner's new teammate Callum Cripps in the bus stop chicane on lap 1. By this point, Browner had already made up 3 positions from P8. He passed Nicholas Hillebrand and Julius Martin on the first lap, the latter with a slight kiss, and Bodo Kraling at the start of lap 3. It did not take long for Devin Browner to close the gap to the leader, but overtaking his new teammate was a different story. An entertaining battle developed between the 2 Rocket Simsport cars, which was decided when Callum Cripps made a small mistake on lap 6. The British track instructor immediately tried to counter-attack, but had to settle for P2, giving Rocket Simsport a 1-2 finish in the sprint race. Nicholas Hillebrand completed the sprint podium, but there was plenty of drama behind the top 3. Jarno Wiese was forced into a spin at the end of lap 1 by rookie driver Bert Nobbs. His comeback included contact with Johannes Meink and a fierce battle with Thomas Vogt for P10 on the final lap. The battle for P4 was decided in the same corner on the penultimate lap when Bodo Kraling and Stefan Volter made contact, allowing 3-time ex-world champion Julius Martin to pass both of them. The result of a thrilling sprint race in which Frank Enger and Chris Overend took the final points positions. The feature race was another commanding performance from Devin Browner, who pulled away from the start to win by 8.5 seconds after 17 laps. Jarno Wiese dropped from second to third after a slow getaway. The young German kart racer regained second position from Stefan Volter on lap 3 and eventually took the checkered flag in P2 after a solid drive. There was drama on lap 5 when Nicholas Hillebrand misjudged his braking for the bus stop chicane, depriving Stefan Volter of a possible podium finish. Volter was only able to recover to P8, while Hillebrand received a yellow card for the incident. Hillebrand later came under massive pressure from Callum Cripps and eventually lost P3 to the rookie, who completed another double podium for Rocket Simsport. Julius Martin, Bodo Kraling and Bert Knops had a nice battle for 5th, 6th and 7th. Stefan Volter, Frank Enger and Patrick Vincenick completed the top 10, with the latter scoring a point on his World EX debut. There were some great battles all over the grid, proving the big step the series has taken with the new EX0 Evo. However, it was a tough day for Chris Overend, who was burgled at work on race day and had several £1,000s worth of camera equipment stolen from behind his office desk. Understandably, this meant that he was unable to concentrate fully on sim racing. After a low-key finish in the sprint, Overend crashed out of the main race, leaving one of the fastest drivers on the grid with just 1 point after the season opener. He will come back stronger.
What's happened?
I dropped the car.
I'm sorry, man.
Sorry, Chris.
A final look at the feature race results. And the standings after round 1 of season 8, with the usual suspects leading the field and his new teammate in P2. I hope you enjoyed all the action from Watkins Glen. Our community members definitely did.
Let's go.